Netflix, and on that list, I talked about Paul Thomas Anderson and There Will Be Blood, my favorite movie of his easily. But one of his that I think is still really underrated and underappreciated is also on Netflix. It's called Magnolia. Now, this movie suffers from one of the things that these movies often suffer from for me, and that is it's telling too many stories at the same time, and they get muddied up, and it becomes very disjointed, as I said earlier. But even though Magnolia does do that, and it definitely does do that, it gets very disjointed, everything that's happening from scene to scene is so engaging that I don't care. Paul Thomas Anderson wrote this after Boogie Nights. The studio decided to give him director's cut of whatever he wanted to do next, which is very rare. He sat down at a typewriter and came up with this. Easily his messiest movie, his sloppiest one in terms of narrative, but again, there's so many gems along the way, so many great characters, each telling their own story. They're all going to be their own movies. They're all really great. It makes this movie pretty magical, and it makes it special, even if it makes it
Alright, first game we playing in this motherfucking league, baby. Let's hope we don't be getting our ass kicked like I did in the last two leagues.
One of my favorite directors, but another one of my just easily top 10 directors of all time is Michael Mann. He created really great movies like Heat. He was also one of the primary creators in the Miami Vice TV show. But I consider one of his most award-nominated movies to actually be one of his most underrated, and that is Ali. Now, this one was nominated for tons of Academy Awards, but it didn't really win any. However, I think time has kind of forgotten how excellent this movie actually is. Now, when it was released, was a big star, but he wasn't really known for roles like this. Real dramatic roles that required a lot of acting and required him to really become a character. Like watching a Muhammad Ali movie, it doesn't matter with Ali because everything was so well done and everything is so well executed. This truly is one of the best movies that have been released that year. Now, a classic buddy movie from the 80s that just never got the credit it was due is Midnight Run. This stars Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. It's one of my favorite movies of its kind, not just because it's well done, but because it's so highly quotable. Both of these guys do a fantastic job, and so do the supporting actors. All the different character actors and other bounty hunters that come in and out of this movie are fantastic and have such great banter with De Niro and Grodin. But in this movie, Robert De Niro plays a bounty hunter tasked with bringing back a white-collar criminal who does not want to fly, cannot be on a plane, so they have to make this road trip across the country, and it makes for just really fantastic comedy, but it's also just a really great road movie. It's thoroughly entertaining from beginning to end. It's been remastered. It looks fantastic. It does not look like it's from 1988, even though it definitely feels like it's from 1988. So this movie works on a bunch of different levels for me, but if you're someone who generally loves to quote movies, loves highly quotable stuff, and you've never seen Midnight Run, check it out. Give it 15 or 20 minutes to get into it. I guarantee you're going to love this one. And then my number one pick is a movie that has been ranked at number one here on Flick Connection before, but it has been gone from Netflix for several years now and has only just recently come back. I'm talking about Wind River. Now, this is written and directed by Taylor Sheridan, who's most famous for having written movies like Sicario, Hell or High Water. Then he followed that up with Wind River, which he also directed, but he's also one of the main writers for Yellowstone. So if you like his writing, Wind River is going to be the movie for you. I will tell you, Again, sexual assault is depicted in this movie, so if you're super sensitive to that, this is not going to be the one for you. However, this is an excellent mystery movie. Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner are investigating a murder of a young woman on a Native American reservation. There are a lot of walls put up. There's a lot of people that don't want to talk to them. There are several real high-tension scenes in this movie that are really well-directed. They would not work if they were not crafted really well. Also, the mystery, the way it's revealed, really excellent stuff. It's one of the better mystery movies you're going to catch on Netflix right now. And for whatever reason, this one just did not get the audience I think it was due. It got fairly good reviews when it came out, but just did not quite catch on. And I can kind of see why. It's a little bit intense. It's a little bit too much to watch, and it's a little bit hard to recommend, again, because of the sexual assault element. But a fantastic movie nonetheless. If you generally like movies like this one, Wind River is going to be one of your new favorite recommendations you've come across. But that is the list. Let me know in the comments below if you have any additional recommendations we should all be checking out. Who knows? It might make it onto a future list. If you're interested in seeing your name here at the end of the credits in every video, you can become a Patreon supporter. There's a link in the video description where you can get more details on that, as well as a link where you can become a channel member, getting access to exclusive videos right here on YouTube. Don't forget that CyberGhost link is also down there in that video description. You can pay as low as $2.19 a month and unlock way more movies than you have access to now. But I will keep making these videos as long as you keep watching them. Thanks for checking out this Netflix episode, and you will see me on the next one. Hey everybody, this is Darren Van Dam, and you are watching Flick Connection, the show that helps you get more out of movies. And today we're going to be talking about 20 of the absolute best movies currently on Netflix. So, like usual on this channel, this is a list of 20 movie recommendations currently available on Netflix. But whereas I normally point out movies that you likely have never heard of, this is going to be 20 movies you probably have, but that you probably also forgot how good they are. And also, unlike usual, I'm going to talk a little bit more about these movies. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth, talk about some behind-the-scenes things to get you a little more interested in revisiting some movies you've likely seen before, especially when we get to my top 10. That's where I'm going to kind of geek out on some of these great movies, tell you some things you probably never heard before. But let's start this list off all the way at the back.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
But speaking of 90s action movies, Cliffhanger, I think, is one of Stallone's most overlooked movies, or at least underrated ones. Now, don't get me wrong, it does have an audience. It did do fairly well at the box office, but it was also kind of panned critically when it was released because it does have some silliness to it.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Prescott. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Elliott. 77 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They'll run forward with Pollard.
Oh, Pollard, what the fuck is doing there?
Backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, Mon. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Randy Gregory in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Six 6-0 our score after 1. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mon. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Mon now off of play action. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A handoff running left is Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulldogs are able to widen their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Prescott to throw it. Pressure, and down he goes.
Damn.
Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
3rd and long for Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He it's taken down. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mon going to throw it. And this pass broken up.
Fuck out of here.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they've climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And incomplete.
Motherfucker.
They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, here's Mon. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action here. Mon. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mon. Open man is Samuel, complete. takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Got him in. It's Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bulldogs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. 1st down, Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 35. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now Mod on the bootleg. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mon. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
And this is picked up by the defense. And the return this time
hell
to
no.
the 42-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. Now Mon. This will be caught by Brown. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down. This is caught. It's Brown. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
But it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bulldogs are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and through. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Is one of his most realistic, yet most chilling villains. You also get this early role from Natalie Portman. She makes it on the list twice. And say what you will about her performance with the leading professional, isn't it appropriate?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
The moments in this movie are so good. I don't care how many times you've seen this movie. I got to do
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Prescott down. Raw had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
can accept that.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 2. A give running right, Gibson. They juked him. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Bond's throw complete here to his receiver Brown. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mon to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
Fuck?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bulldogs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down at 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Well, you're just going to put the joystick down, goddammit.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Gets past one man. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. It's a 1st down or more for Gibson. And finally marked down at the 23. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Usually we have put something together online. These 45-gallon containers are absolutely massive, and it took a lot to get them filled up. Cost is going to be one of the biggest considerations when you want to do something like this, so it is definitely not something you want to go for with your first build. We started out with 2 3-cubic foot bags of Roots Organics Greenfields as the base medium. Each container also received half a bag of seed-coast compost, half a bag of Baycaution, 2 cups of Down to Earth BioLive, and half a bag of Roots Organics Big Worm Worm Vice. This will leave us with a bit of room in the pots to add in more abundance later if we need to, and also not have to worry about the water spilling over the top. These are by far the largest containers we have ever used indoors, and we will likely leave them in the veg stage for 10 to 12 weeks to take advantage of all that space. Next up is day 2, and you can get a really good look at the first 2 leaves that have popped out on all 3 plants. So far, it looks like I have picked the right light levels for these seedlings, and they are coming up nicely. If you noticed at the beginning of the video, I talked about the light hanging heights, dial settings, and par values. I will keep showing them at the beginning of the week, and any time in the middle of the week if I happen to change something. As I mentioned in the test setup video, I have the lights pushed all the way to the ceiling already to leave as much